It's been a very long time since the community built commander deck has been on this channel. And in that time, I've been waiting for people to give me more suggestions. I've gotten nothing. This is a community built commander deck. You're supposed to tell me what cards to replace what with. We're supposed to build this together. But in lieu of that, I have decided I'm going to replace this plains with a Shivan Hellkite and this swamp with an aggressive mammoth. Now that they're in the correct sleeves, I can shuffle them into the deck and go after that. Turn one, but I'm going to play that forest. Play the swamp. I drew an island, but instead I'm going to play the Is It Boilerworks. Because I play tapped, I'm going to bounce back the swamp. So it's the Horde's turn. It's 2-1 rat and it has fear. I've got nothing, so I got to take the 2 damage. I'm playing Rakdos Canarium. Because I play tapped, I bounce land back, and I'm bouncing the forest. Unfortunately, I now have 8 cards in my hand, and thus I shall take that land and discard it. It's the Horde's turn. Ravenous Rat's comes into play. Target opponent discards a card. I'm going to discard a forest. And so it's a 1-1 and a 2-1, and I take 3 damage. Well, Swarm of Rats is a */1. Power is equal to the number of rats in play. So there's 2 up there in that, so it's a 3-1. Stone Fury is looking a bit good at this point, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to take the damage. So I'm taking 6 damage. Oh no, I made a major mistake. I totally screwed up. If I didn't discard that forest, I could have had it in play. That'd give me 2 forests. That's 4 mana. I just needed an additional mana, and I could have played the giant Adafage. I now have nothing to do there, because that's this turn I put out swamp. It's the Horde's turn. Okay. A Swarm of Rats, now it just went from a 3-1, it's a 7-1. I'm playing Stone Fury on it to deal it 6 damage. Unfortunately, I have no blockers, so I have to take 7 damage. I drew Scrubland, which makes white mana. Garth One Night is now in play. He's a 5-5. I'm going to have to use him as a blocker. The Horde's turn. Garth has a 5-5. I need Garth, so I'm not going to block that Swarm of Rats with him. Because he's multicolor, I'm going to block the one that has fear. If I block that one, I take 14 damage. I'm dead. So Garth has to block the Swarm Rat, and they both die. And I take 8 damage. I'm at 4 life. My turn. I'm playing Sphinx of the Steel Wind. 5-5 fly. No, actually, it's a 6-6 flyer. Flying, first strike, vigilance, lifelink, protection from red and green. Lifelink is good. Also, having a blocker is good. The Horde's turn. Raking Canopy has come into play. Whenever a creature with flying deals combat damage, attacks you, it takes 4 damage. So the 6-6 is going to block the 2-1. I immediately gain 6 life because of lifelink. And I take 8 life, putting me at 2 life. I'm going to attack for 6 vigilance. Don't care if that doesn't do anything. So I gain 6 life immediately. It's the Horde's turn. Relentless Rats gets +1/+1 for each other creature named Relentless Lance in play. It's the biggest creature right here, so that's going to block that. And I take 9 damage. I'm going to scan the clouds off the Temporal Heart, or Tempest Heart. So I get to draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards, and this card is now exiled, but can still be played for its creature card, for its whatever cost. They're both lands. Then I play Tempest Heart as a creature. It's a 3/4 trample. Whenever a creature with power 5 or greater enters the battlefield, it gets a +1/+1 counter on it. I'm attacking for 6/6 vigilance. And it's the Horde's turn. Every creature the Horde has now has fear. So I shall just block this thing. So I gain 6 life, and I take 9 damage. My turn. Dark Moss Bridge comes into play tapped, and I'm gonna attack with both of them. I gain 6 life. It's the Horde's turn. So 6/6 gonna block the 2/2, and I gain 6 life, and I take 9 damage. I'm gonna play a Boros Garrison. Garth One Eye is back in play. I'm going to attack for another 9. Actually, no. I'm not going to attack for a 9. Because a creature with 5 or greater just came into play, that gets +1/+1. So now I'm going to attack for 10 and gain 6 life. It's now the Horde's turn. Marrow Nor is 2/3. It's a 2/3. And it gives all rats fear. So obviously, my Sphinx is going to block Marrow Nor and I gain 6 life. Garth One Eye is going to block one of those rats, and I take 14 life. Giant Adaphage is now in play. That's a 7/7. And anytime it deals combat damage to a player, you get a token of the card, which the token has the same ability that whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you get a copy of it. Banished Heart gets a +1/+1 counter on it. So I'm going to attack for 11 and gain 6 life. It's now the Horde's turn. Sengir Vampire is a 4/4 flyer, which is going to get killed by my 6/6 Sphinx. These two are going to block these two, and I take 13 damage. I'm at 2 life, or now it's my turn. Tap it, and I'm putting a Shivan token into play. A Shivan Dragon token into play. That's 5 power, that goes up by 1. So that is a 6/7. It's attacking the Giant Adaphage for 7. Plus that for 6. There's one Phage gone. And there's a second Phage gone. And that is the 7/7 token. Let's cover that. And that gets a +1/+1 counter on it. It's the Horde's turn. That gives all creatures Death Touch. All rats now have Death Touch. Clearly if I block, I declare blockers, but then I can't do the other thing, so tap that. I'm playing a Fog. I'm Alpha Striking. This is now the 3rd time that the community-built commander deck has defeated the New York City Rat. I keep saying Rat. It's the New York City Subway Horde Deck. That means because it's been defeated 3 times, now the next time you see this deck in action, it'll be going against Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds Horde Deck, which is not going to go good at all because there's not much flying in this. Now, I don't care for blue. I really don't think this deck is good being 5 colors. I think that's a major problem with this. So people, I need you to suggest some cards that have flying in it, and we can get into remove the blue cards. Don't care for the blue. I mean, the Garth is good. I'd rather this be a single colored deck. So now that I've beaten this for the 3rd time, I can now move on to the next deck. You should subscribe for that. You should like it. Go to the post page. Look up the card list. Tell me what to get rid of and what to replace it with. That's how this community built commander deck is supposed to work. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.